approach is called sunshine and shame. This approach would be the least removed from our current system of educational standards. Basically, it would maintain separate standards on the state level, but make it easier to compare the rigor of state tests by comparing their scoring levels to national standards such as the NAEP, the National Assessment for Educational Progress. The title Sunshine refers to the fact that the approach would make it clearer to the public how a state standards and test cutoffs stack up against those of NAEP. And shame refers to the hope that comparison to NAEP will embarrass states with low standards into raising them.
Okay, will it end, or is it likely to end the race to the bottom? The answer to this question is maybe, because due to No Child Left Behind, states were pressured to lower their standards because they wanted all the students to achieve the goal. Sunshine and Shame points out that it's not just about who's passing, but how high the standards are. This would hopefully cause states to compete and to raise their standards. And of course, financial incentives may help begin the race to the top too.
Is it likely to result in rigorous standards rather than politically correct ones? The answer, according to the authors, is probably not. They believe that while Sunshine and Shame might push states to set high cut scores for the proficiency level to look tough to their peer states, they will probably not improve the quality of their academic standards along with that rise in scoring cutoffs.
Would it expand the federal role in education? And the answer is no, because the federal government will allow the states to decide or manage their own standards. Rotherham believes there is plenty of room for standards without the federal government becoming involved. And he also explains the tight-loose model on government involvement. He says that it is possible to see a policy that is tight on results, but loose on how states achieve these results. So it doesn't matter what kind of methods or strategies the states use as long as the students exceed their standards in education.
Is it likely to prove politically feasible? The answer is yes, probably. Because this approach will leave decision-making to the states and will not greatly increase the role of the federal government in education, it is the most likely to be accepted by the American public, who in general is wary of federal power. In fact, at the time of the paper's publication, 3 senators had already introduced a bill that embraces this model. And as long as this approach avoids the national standards label, its adoption seems plausible. And that concludes the 4 approaches to national standards and tests.